Hi, I'll in search of a solution. Well, I was so much overwhelmed with the problems of my life, the challenges of my life. I thought I may commit suicide, and then I thought of how to commit suicide, and then a voice came inside me that so this is not a solution. You find it a solution. I talked to my manager and he told me you go and attend problem solving. You're having a problem, you don't know how to solve the problem. Then I attended certain program and most of the programs I attended were at that time were how to solve workplace problem. I went to two, three programs by different management experts and they always talked of identify the problem, define the problem. You have, if you define the problem, half the solution you have received. Then identify the options, then choose one option, evaluate them, choose the best one, and document it, experiment it, and the best one. So this was almost like a decision-making pattern. So I attended two to three programs. All the program was almost problem solving and decision making. Then my boss told me, you do one thing, you go to XLRI or IIM. Then I went to XLRI, Jamshedpur. There also they are talking about this concept of problem solving at workplace. But they got a hack of something, a new method called Enneagram. Enneagram was a nine-pointed psychological tool which can take you near to pinning down the problem, near to the diagnosis of the problem. So I thought, okay, this is very good. Okay. So I started exploring. I started attending various programs. Some were sponsored by my company, some I sponsored myself. Most of the things I sponsored myself because company is not interested in sponsoring you every time because my hunger was so much. I want to find a solution for my problem. Then earlier, what I did is when I was an NLP trainer to get identified with the best training program, I sponsored myself for one program on time management. Then I started thinking, how did I solve the problem? How did I suddenly become a zero trainer to hero trainer in JCs? After becoming a national trainer in JCs, I had an identity problem. See, if I talk on public speaking, everybody is talking on public speaking. If I talk on transaction analysis, there are already 10 people on transaction analysis. Then I thought I should talk something more than what they are doing. They were all my trainers were referring to the manuals supplied by the JCI International. They were not interested in learning more than that. Then I thought I want to, if I have to outsmart them, I have to talk more than that. Then at that time there was a training program on time management. I evaluated one questionnaire about my own time, how it went about. Then there was the trainer called Sharu Ranganekar. I attended this program. I liked it very much. How manage your important, what is urgent. That was one concept. Then how you manage your wife was another concept. How you manage a housewife another concept. Because housewife is a very good time manager. That was a really very great thought for me. I never thought that a housewife I can learn from every housewife. That is what he was telling. Then my curiosity in every housewife how they are tackling the problem grew. Then he divided into three portions. That is the career portion, then the peak portion, then the retirement portion. So maybe at that time, okay, I started seeing, oh, will I retire like this? What the worst may happen after retirement? I was getting more and more problems rather than I'm getting a solution. But one side indirectly I got a benefit was I started teaching the same time management principles to my JCI chamber, JCI International. Then there was a recognition for me, Sundaram time management expert, Sundaram time management. Even though I was trying to do public speaking, I was trying to do transaction analysis, but I was repeatedly called for time management. Because one thing what has happened is I was applying because of my profession. Second is I was teaching as a passion, and the third thing is I was able to absorb the depth of problems I cannot solve from my seniors. I'm also able to guide the persons with my practical tools. So that made a big change in my life. So I thought the solution lies in mastering a technique rather than searching for solutions. But ultimately, when I did the analysis, how did I master the time management? Because I have first is I am applying it, number one. Number two is I am learning, that learning and application should go and go on. So I should have a forum for learning, I should have a forum for application. These are the two things I created. Then I started attending different training programs. I was very, very clear this management program is not going to help me. Because the management programs will not help me because it is not a workplace problem. It is my personal problem. See, there is a saying, no, a problem cannot be solved at the same level is created. A problem a third class student cannot solve a third class problem. He needs a fifth class student's guidance to solve the problem. Then I have understood. Now I have to identify my own fifth class student. One is I have to identify fifth class student and I have to identify where the problem lies. Because at that time, what happened? The problem was my time management. I did not have the concept of priority. The 50% of my problem was because I did not have the concept of priority. Neither company taught me what was the priority. So time management program was there, but was only reserved for the higher executives, not for people who are starting at that level, at the level of first level executive. Then I started. I made a policy that any program is there, first I will attend on myself. I will not wait for the company to sponsor by itself. Then what happened is in that particular point, I was attending something called public speaking. There was Mr. and Mrs. Ramanathan. They were coming and teaching public speaking in the company. When I attended the program, then I came to know that they were in Chennai at that time. Then I want to go on Chennai, but I could not attend. I could not go travel for Chennai because of my office work. Then I found out that there is a parallel program called DILT, MILT. These people have learned from MILT. MILT is Aprish Acharya. He is a student of Dale Carnegie. Oh, there is a descendant of Dale Carnegie. Then MILT is also beyond my approach because they were doing it in North. Then at the time there was one trader called Diwaker Ravla. He used to conduct a program, his organization called DILT, Diwaker Institute of Leadership Training. Then I landed to his program, but at the time the price was very heavy for me. I could not afford that. But it almost 20 to 30 times the program which others were attending. So earlier itself I have read about Think and Grow Rich, I have read about how to stop worrying and start living, then Benjamin Franklin book, then how to raise myself from failure to success. These are the books I already read. But what happened that level at the academic level, at the information level, it was there. But when I went to Diwakar's training, I was really shocked to see that he had people waiting in queue. I'm telling about 20 years ago, 1990s. 30 years ago, people are waiting in queue, pre-Google days. And I thought I will talk to him as a trainer, and he was beyond he had two assistants, and I was almost the fourth layer. If I had to go to him, I had to cross three or four assistants. Oh my goodness. Then used to conduct introductory program. Introductory program, minimum people, 500 people used to come, 600 people used to come. He used to conduct 5 to 6 introductories, and every introductory he used to get 10% of people who were going for higher level. And he used to pick up the trainees. He was not ready to accept any training. Then I thought I became very serious. No, no, I should attend this. I should become a master like him. That is where my first level of motivation, excitement started. And he started introducing almost for 3 years. I was blindly following him. 3 years. I would say the first wave of success for me. That is the foundation of success. There I was introduced to a lot of concepts. Lot of concepts. One concept was think and grow rich mastermind concept, and he made us form a mastermind. And from that group, he has done a series of batches. From that group, I had my own mastermind. Mastermind still we meet almost 10, 15 years or over. Still we meet. Earlier the frequency was very high. Now the frequency has become less because we're married and we have our own priorities. And every week we used to meet. And the whole objective was read books. This concept he has taken from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I have read Think and Grow Rich, but I did not implement. I could not implement the mastermind concept. But the mastermind was something which was very blown off. I think our mastermind group every week we used to meet. It was in my house, and thanks to my wife who was supporting us every week. She used to give us a lot of snacks, and this support was not available in other houses. Almost 5 to 6 members in my team, diwaker's team, used to meet, and every week used to ask how many people have met. Every time my team hand used to go up. So that was a good recognition for me, and at the same time, we read almost I think 500 to 600 books. Every book we were reading, whatever you can lay a hand. And he was introduced me to another concept called Deepak Chopra regarding the health aspect. The self-development aspect, it was Think and Grow Rich. Then Deepak Chopra for a health aspect. Then for inspiration, he was talking about Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins. Then for motivation, it was Augmentino, Success University. Uh, then I started reading a lot of, at the time, it were all audio cassettes, tapes. I used to purchase, I used to go to Chennai, and there was only one stores in Chennai. I think Fountain Company in Radhakrishna Road, and these people are selling it. And every 3 months, 6 months, I used to go only to purchase cassettes. Go to from Hyderabad, go to Chennai, get down, purchase cassette, then board the train, Hyderabad train, and come back. Then another great book was this was silvamind. Then silvamind, we started practicing it. That was something that was very how to program a subconscious mind. And when we started practicing in group, and we got very powerful results. It was so much we could tune our subconscious mind to that extent that I was able to get a solution for my friend's problem, and my friend used to get a solutions for my problem in their dream, and we used to discuss about it. And we started becoming so much mad about the subconscious mind story. Then I thought we had to become master of this. Then I had my own niche. Uh, I asked other friends, they were not ready to invest. Then I invested. Then I thought, okay, why I should know about the subconscious mind through this one? Why can't I know more? Who is the person who is directly trained by Joseph Silva? Then I got one master in Calcutta. I went all the way, applied leave. About some 10 days I went there. Uh, Bindas in Calcutta has been trained directly by Silvamind group. Then there I learned how to walk into wall, how to walk into transparent thing, then how to astral travel, um, then how to create a miracle, how to master intuition, how to convert intuition, how to document intuition. And the silver mind was something which blew me off. There another big problem was I was ripped by the concept of Joe Silva. Joe Silva is a person had a very poor wealth. He is ex-army. I'm not an officer. He was an ex-army man. And in 1960s, he had a very small room, maybe a 10 by 10 room, which was divided into half. And half was his transistor factory, transistor repairing center, and half was his family. That means one curtain was dividing that uh, room into half. One room house. And his most of the earnings were only through repairing transistors at the time. Then he was not much educated, but was very much interested in the curiosity. How does the sound waves get sound wave which is transmitted in radio station travel all the way kilometers in the air and come back and that enters the small radio. So that was curiosity. He started reading his half-baked knowledge, whatever the books on this particular thing, and he was also teaching to his daughter. So accidentally, what has happened? It was something like teaching tables to the daughter. 7 sevens are 49, 7 eights are 56. And the teacher was on one side of the curtain, and the student, that is his daughter, was on the other side of the curtain. And she was getting the results. Suddenly, he found out, suddenly, after 3 or 4 days, she has answered certain questions which he has not asked. It was a strange phenomenon for him. See, how is that? Then afterward, when he observed, he was asking certain questions in his subconscious mind, his internal voice, for which he used to give an external reply. Then he asked his daughter, "What happened? I didn't even ask that question. Why did you? I thought I had a feeling that you asked me." Then this was a hit and trial method of experimenting it. And he found out, yes, like as I can tune my transistor radio frequency, I can also tune my mind. I can also tune the mind of my daughter to his one. That is how he started working on it. And Silva Mind became very famous, and they had international recognition. And a lot of Silva trainers came out for. But this science was not accepted by the corporate group. But here we got the solution. Here is where I got a solution of Silva constant. Then I came and I became a teacher in Silva for my team. I started teaching them how to use Silva mind, how to take alpha meditation, alpha frequency, mind at alpha level, what is alpha, beta, theta, how do you create that? So that I thought, oh my goodness, I got a big treasure house, like Alibaba's treasure house, I got it. And besides that, I came about Tony Robbins. I used to read Awaken the Giant. At the time, an audio cassette was there. Almost every day, I used to read Awaken the Giant. I used to keep external speakers in my room. And before sleeping, I used to put that. While getting up, I used to put that. I was so much obsessed with that that nothing but his own Anthony Robbins' voice was echoing in me. At the time, TV was not there, Google was not there. But I used to dream that how this person who is in a 400 square apartment and who was a janitor, and he started conducting training program is to fly in helicopter to land on the hotel, but he saw that people are standing kilometers and kilometers to attend his training program. That's a very good thing. This was something else. This should happen to me. This should happen to me. This should happen to me. So that was my dream. 20 years ago, I thought, my this should I should become a trainer like him. I should become a trainer like him. Okay, but everything was only an echo going on inside. Then he introduced me to Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was the guru of Tony Robbins. One more book is University of Success, Og Mandino. Then I read all the books of Og Mandino. He started prescribing books of Og Mandino. Then I used to go in Hyderabad. There was a bookshop called Walden, and I went there to purchase some books. The bookkeeper asked me, "Sir, what book you are searching?" I told I want these books. Sir, are you a student of Diwaker Rahul? I told yes, sir. Every month he consumes almost 10,000 rupees books, sir. I was really shocked. Oh, 10,000 rupees books. He's eating or what? Then I will also do like that. That is where the concept was. Yes, I will also become like this. I have seen him as not a role model. I see him as a god. And that obsession into training, that obsession into subconscious mind planning, this becoming a master of myself, that came from following blindly, being close to Diwakar Ravla, applying his mastermind technique. Then I had a very, about 3 to 5 years as a very good solution. I got a solution for myself. And I understand my problem not lying in the conscious mind. My solution to my problem lies in my own subconscious mind. It's in my own subconscious mind. And it was fueled by the audio tape of Tony Robbins. I read his book, Awaken the Giant. I purchased his book. I read almost. Then my library became very big. My library became very big, and already were 2 years continuous mastermind group, mastermind alliance, and we became. Afterwards, we started manifesting the same silvamind for our profession. Venkat Ramana, who is having his English Institute #1, and Vamshi is left at one of my members of Vamshi. He don't know, he's now in USA. And another is yoga teacher Venkat Rao, Kapil Maharshi. Another later on one Vipa Chandrasekhar. Now he's working in the banking institute. He has his own banking institute. And what we found out is all the people were having their own, they have become founders of their own institutions. But except I was a guy who was working with Bell. So, I saw a hope in this. His hope was this: the subconscious mind is my solution. My problem is my subconscious mind. One great revelation was that every day we have got some 80,000 thoughts are being manufactured. That means like I was working in a production setup and I could correlate to my thought factory problem. What a thought factory? In thought factory, every day some 1 lakh products are being manufactured. And out of which 70% are rejected. Yeah, how to if at all you have to do something, you have to work with this, minimizing the rejection, not working on the rejected products. That is where my focus started about it. I think Bipin Das was my trainer in silvamind in Calcutta, from Calcutta. So that is where I got a sort of a confidence that yes, this is where my solution lies. This is where I am nearing to my. I am trying to find a recipe for my own solution. That was a recipe for myself. I was very happy, and I started following for 5 years. Right. Thank you.